help us use them wisely in the service of our town government. We ask this in your holy name, amen. Before we go to salute the flag, I'd like to have 1 minute of silence for Lee and Doopy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anyone from the public have anything?
Just wondering, I guess, where we stand with the ambulance district and what do we want to do?
Well, our lawyer has a contract. We haven't seen it yet. She just started to look it over today. So I would like a motion to wait another month.
See, Ross's Point has a petition started for the Route 9 Point of Fair area. Maybe if they want to cover it, they can cover it for free. Yeah, is that, I mean, what area they cut, what area does Ross's Point Fire Department want to cover?
I don't know. It's not. I haven't been approached except for some petitions that we have.
Yeah.
Have to get out the attorney. Bruce, get out the attorney.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that they were told that.
Yeah, we don't know if it's from the whole fire department or if it's just from an individual.
Well, it's from the assistant chief of the fire department, so we're just running out of time, that's all. It's getting tight.
But do you want the motion that if we get the papers and look them over before the next meeting, we call a special meeting?
Right. If we have to have a special meeting, probably with the ambulance district to be, and their board, our board, and our attorney, and I don't know if you have an attorney. Do you have an attorney? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, if you think we need both attorneys.
I'll have to see after Meredith looks it over and see what she says.
Yeah, we'd like to get it in the budget, you know, we don't want to go another year.
As far as I'm concerned, we'd like to pass it, but we want to read and know what we're going to do. We want to try
I
and
can
do the best we
understand.
can for the people in that
We can
town.
put some pressure on Meredith to get it done.
Should we have a public hearing on it, or is that the way you want to go? If so, why don't we just do it? Get it over with.
Attorney didn't do it.
Pardon?
The attorney didn't tell us to do it.
Yeah. Meredith hasn't told us to do it yet.
Yeah.
We don't even know if this is any good, Chris,
What's that?
this contract.
They don't know about it.
We haven't even read it yet.
All right.
We can't jump into something till we know what we're jumping into, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I feel.
If she had this done within a week, then we could have a special meeting.
Yeah. Be nice to sit down and, with her here, and she understands the town law. Get it done with.
I'll make a motion that if we get it, all our papers and read and taken care of before the next meeting, we'll have a special meeting on it.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Thanks, guys.
Yay?
Yeah.
Let's approve the minutes of the meeting. Any changes in it?
Make a motion to accept it as.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Your monthly report from the code officer. And if you gentlemen look at the end of it, your last sheet, you see what they've taken in for the month.
That's a very good idea.
So, gives us an idea. And And monthly zoning report. And then we, Mike, do you want to talk to us on that, on the junk?
Well, it's a junkyard law for the town that the attorney for the zoning, Mr. Murnane, gave to the zoning board, and I was reading it. It mentioned that the town board would be the agency in charge of administering the permits and reviews and all that. And I gave you each a copy of it to look at and decide if that's the way you want to go, or do you want the zoning board, planning board to handle it? Because if you want to change it, then we have to make the changes to the wording in the law itself. I just wanted to make sure before we went ahead any farther. But there are environmental impacts that have to be done on this. It's quite a process, though.
I don't think we should be lead agency. I don't know how you guys feel.
Well, I'm sure the Speed Planning Board would take how to do it.
We got a planning board, let them do it.
It's their job, really, right?
Yeah, planning board do it.
I'll make a motion that the planning board takes care of this section 3.
I'll
And
second.
they'd be the leading agency.
Do I have a second? I did.
I'll second.
I did.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next is,
We're gonna pass it on to bid.
yeah,
And it comes up tonight on the hearing.
we just voted on them being lead agency, them taking care of it. And then you're gonna come back with it.
Yes,
and it's
you're
finished.
gonna, you have to pass the final law, but it's just for the wording that's in the law itself. The lawyer will take out town board and he'll put planning board or zoning board in there, whichever one is gonna be there.
On this Clinton County Planning Department, Pat and I went to this today, and it's a new software program that the county's looking at. It's, it has pictures of the town where Pat or Mike or anybody could pick out, like your house. It tells the size of it and all this. And we don't figure that it's really gonna do much good for us, except spend a lot of money. So I think right now, as far as I'm concerned, I think we'll let this go for a while.
Is this up to the towns to do this, or the county
The county's gonna do it, but they want us to go along with them,
to pay for it?
to pay for it, yes. It's not free. It's a lot of money for what we're gonna get back from.
They got a price per parcel or anything like that, yeah? They didn't have no figures on the
Yes,
price?
add figures, it's like 30,000 a year. Because you gotta upgrade it. Every 2 years you upgrade it. It's a lot of money, Jules, I think.
$30,000, I can hire somebody to work here.
For what we're gonna get, I don't think it's I mean, they showed us and
That's countywide, I think, the 30,000, I don't think.
Oh,
Isn't it?
no.
Town share?
Well, they didn't really divide it down. Probably it's county. It's just 100 and some odd thousand. I don't know, it's just too much money. I can't see where they're going.
every time I have an opportunity to get involved in this, we should find out. I'm sure most of them will be out.
Pat's gonna keep track of it. This is a list of your assessors, if anybody's interested. This is what the zoning board appeals did, the changes they made. This is a letter from Jacqueline on Meredith on that sewer district. Have you heard any more on this, Leroy? I think we're close to signing it, though.
That's our district, yeah.
I got the resolution
We
the
got
night
the
passed.
resolution that you want.
Okay, and it's a letter we sent to Champlain mayor, wanting to know how many sewer districts that we have out there.
Do you ever get an answer on that? Sent this back.
I'll have Jane send them another letter. Do you want to go there and check on that?
Yeah, go check on this.
Okay. Did you look at this water association? I think that would help us out, I mean, you.
No, I don't.
And,
I don't see what that, do us any good to go. I think it would be nice, but it would, I don't see where it would benefit us at all.
I don't have it. And this is a letter from Meredith explaining the water district, or sewer district 5. Then we got a couple of them from DEC on them trying to kill off the amphibole eels.
There's nothing that we have to do about that anyway. I agree.
And what?
Well, actually, we have nothing to do with that at all.
They're just notifying them.
Notifying that they're gonna be doing it,
What
but
they're
as
gonna
far
be
as
doing.
us putting up any signs or telling people, we haven't done that.
No.
When we have an opportunity, we're giving you an opportunity to complain if you want to complain. Okay, have an opinion.
On June 26th, we attended supervisors meeting, and we talked about, we had somebody from the West, from Board of Health talking about the West Nile virus, and told us what to do. And I think Sam had the same thing today, did you, Sam?
He couldn't make it today. He should be at the next meeting.
I told Sam what they told us, and our guys are about doing what he said to do. And from the county's treasurer office, we got a check of $162,950.40 for our second quarter of sales tax. And the one from Sam on chips for next year, right, Sam?
That's for this year. This year, it's been confirmed.
What are you gonna spend this year?
Yeah, that's been confirmed, $62,285.85.
You have to list the roads that you're working on for that kind of money, right?
Right.
I guess that's all I have. I got one other thing. I was asked if we're gonna do any, they wanna know if we're gonna do any work in the park in Paris Mills this year. And they've got a couple of these swings, they need a book. I don't know if we're interested in,
I was going to go up there this week and look and see what needs to be done.
you wanna hang on to this? I'll tell you what I was asked. I was asked if we could possibly get a little bit more land up there, put another soccer field in. They have one soccer field, we'd like to have two. There's somebody up there, I thought maybe we'd go see him and see if we would work out some kind of a deal on getting in a little bit more land.
They didn't play there last year because they said the field wasn't big enough.
Linda asked me if we could get more land so they could have two fields there.
Well, you got a big ditch to contend with,
Is the ditch on the south side of the property,
all around it.
all around it?
Yeah. Three sides. Three sides.
If you were to build something on the other side of it, then that would be no problem, but you can't go 50/50. If you went the other side of the ditch, then you could put culverts get across, and that would be,
Yeah, that's a big thing.
they want to add on to that field for another brand new.
They wanted to put another one in. Because the way she talked, they had enough room for one.
She didn't use it last year because it wasn't quite big enough.
Is that where Dubois is?
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty high. The water comes from way back up there. Right through there, that ditch.
But there's a ditch by Joe Dubois, is there another one west
Yes.
of there?
Yeah.
And that divides that other,
Divides the other property. That's the dividing line.
See, the one near Joe, we just cleaned that one out.
Yeah.
About 2 years, 3 years, or 2 years ago. But the one in the back there, which is on private property, right?
Right.
So we never touched that, did we?
No, we just mow it with the brush hog as far as we can reach.
Ditch.
Yeah.
We have to probably look into that. Who owns the land? The Dubois own that land?
no, it's Brinks.
Brian Briggs.
Brian Brinks.
Brian Brink?
And we talked about,
No.
so,
We'll go.
I'll go up with you, we'll look
Yeah,
at
I'll
it.
get you, we'll go.
There's some work needs to be done up there. Needs guardrails and some of that stuff needs to be taken care of, and that fence needs some work done on it too.
We repair it and they just keep breaking it.
You know?
It's an ending deal.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Just keep it there.
Well, it's better than a kid being in there and run out in the middle of the road too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I have.
Did Jack ask you something? Jack Fowler? Down the back on the computer?
About what?
Got the computer in the back? Memories.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, you told me that tonight, that you were bringing it up.
We bought a program.
Yeah.
Computer and thing, but, it doesn't allow them to go to any 900 numbers or whatever it is. There's a little problem with that. Is that what it is?
No, I don't know, you were supposed to have it looked at once a month. Like Keith, when he checked his programs in it.
They said nothing to me that anymore.
You told me that tonight.
who's this?
Jack Favreau.
I'll check with them tomorrow. See what,
He mentioned that to me too.
do you know what it is?
Something, he said you were talking to him, you and Jane, about having Keith come up every once a month and check and see what sites they've been into for a while.
I didn't, probably Jane did. But I talked to Keith about his teaching Miller and Robbie how to use that program. He's been doing that and they're learning.
So I don't, talk to Jack about it.
Okay, I will.
I always,
Code enforcement officer, Mike?
Everything is going pretty good. We took in a couple $1,000 last month, again this month. Hopefully again next month. We might have a big cell tower permit going out. Got a couple seminars to go to, one with the Board of Health this week. Then we have something here with the Friends of the North Country for massive disaster relief stuff. That's about it. Same old problems every year with the portable swimming pools. You probably all read the big article in the paper. It does apply to the town of Champlain too, in case anybody wants to know. Other than that, I don't have anything.
Thank you. Building committee, Jules and Clifford.
I don't have any.
the only small thing I have here is that I noticed last week that we probably should fix that on the building right here. We never put any stones there next to the building here.
This side?
Yeah. We should-
The other side we dug down and
Yeah,
put
it's in
some.
the back, but we should do this too. And if you don't have the red stones, we'll put the blue ones in. Because
Okay,
they're eating
just-
up the insulation.
Just dig a little trench and put some fabric down and put some stone on top of it.
The rest of the
As
building.
far as the door here?
Yeah, the rest of it's all done. It's
Okay.
from this
Yeah,
door
that's
to,
right. Okay.
otherwise you won't have no insulation left there. That's all I got right now.
Grants committee, Ralph and John Paul.
John Paul and I are working on the names of the people, and we're working on to send a letter out to the people on Route 11 and Fairbanks Road and the Hayford Road to find out who there would like water, and if they would be interested in ever hooking up with water, if we could get it there. So that's survey now.
Fairbanks Road too?
Yeah. Fairbanks Road and
You
Hayford.
haven't got nothing out of them yet?
Fairbanks, yeah, they haven't got it
Because this thing's coming up, it's coming up quick here. We'll
Yeah.
know that before too long, or we'll miss it.
He said if we could get 5 or 6 people that were interested, we got a good chance to get the grant up here. He wants to bring one up there.
We might have to contact some of these people personally.
Oh, yeah.
Send a letter there, it'll take a month
Thinking
and a half.
about it.
And if you wait till September, well, you don't have to forget about it.
I've had a call, and Mike's had a call from a person on Route 11 who's interested in water and sewer.
We thought also, this is just a thought, we're looking at both ways, coming from Rouse's Point way through the underpass, which I myself don't care for because it's in the center of the road. The state wants it in the center of the road. I'd like to come the same way the gas line comes across. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know.
I know, but that's not very important right at the moment, how it's gonna come across. We got ways of coming across,
Yeah,
if anybody needs it.
Right.
And if they don't need it, then we can
That's
fit
what
about
we
it. But right now, this is going out for bid here on the state park.
Right.
So we have to know that if we can get it in or not. And this is going out for bid late September.
Any way we do it, we need a sleeve across Route 11.
But right now, you can cross, when they put that road in at 11 right now, you'll be able to cross that one, either way you want to go. The road's going to be open. And if we decide not to go that way and you want to go the other way, then you're going to have to hire some engineers to get involved in this thing. And right now, I'm not hiring any engineers to do any more research work. But we got this for nothing, as far as research is concerned. It might be cheaper to go the other way, but that's gonna be a long thing, to go the other way. You're gonna get a hold of property owners to get it in there and everything. Right
Okay.
now, we don't have to talk to no property owners.
But if we come up the middle of that road underneath that underpass, we go to the Fairbanks Road, right? Okay, what if we want to go to the other side? Then we gotta get,
We could have them put the pipe in to go to the other side right now.
okay,
That's what I wanna find out.
That's what I wanna know.
And regardless, if we don't do it at all, maybe we should have them put some kind of a pipe across that road anyway. If we do it later, the other way later,
Right?
then we can get across the Fairbanks Road and take it, even if it's up further, a little bit further, then you can go the way you wanna go there for the other people.
Well, that's what I was getting at, we need to.
But if we go the other people, you might end up going halfway to Hayford Road before you get to Route 11. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Because he wants to do something on the other side there, near the golf course. If we went through Dennis's property.
Is this strictly gonna be just for water, or is there any consideration for sewer at the same time?
Right now, it's just designed for water.
What is involved?
We know if you go to sewer, you're gonna end up with pumping stations and all that.
So the cost escalates with sewer then?
We can go for both if you want, but
If we did put a sleeve underneath Route 11, we should put two instead of one, right?
if you wanna go for sewer. We'll let them do the engineering.
Okay.
They're gonna engineer it anyway, because it's going to stay highway.
All right, Ralph and John Paul are working on that.
But right now, you wanna find out if you got customers first. If you ain't got no customers, you might as well stop. Because it doesn't cost anything right now. If you spend all that money to do something, and then the people don't want it at all, you spent that money for nothing.
That's right.
That's right, we're
You go off and
gonna,
put those plans with the rest of them we got around here.
That's what we want to know
that's why we're
before we
gonna
do
go
it.
first, find out if anybody really wants it.
That's right. As far as how we're gonna get there, those people don't,
Well, they don't.
they don't care how you're gonna get there, so let's not get involved in that right now. Let's find out if they want it
They're
first.
gonna ask you how much it's gonna cost.
He's gonna ask you how much it's gonna cost, and we know it's gonna cost some money. How much, well, I can't tell you that. But if they put this over a 30-year period, I know we're gonna be better off than we were in the last one we did.
No, but I'm sure they're gonna wanna know what their monthly bill's gonna be.
As far as the water's concerned, you can figure that out pretty close. $20.
$20.
Not, depending what you buy it for.
Well, is the village gonna charge us double?
That's what he told us, yeah.
Yeah, but we can look at that a little heavier too.
Yeah.
Water, Ross Plant Water now is $20.
So it'd be
Come on.
$40.
$19.98 a month.
So you're looking at $40 then?
Well, it would be if they charge you double.
That's $40 a month.
No, that's it.
$480 a year. So you figure out the price of a pump and a well and maintenance and a water softener, the $480 a year is damn cheap, I think.
Right.
I mean, even if it's double, which seems to be the consensus,
I'd pay that.
yeah, I would too.
Then you're looking at soft water.
Yeah, the lake is relatively
I
soft
mean,
water.
as far as the water's
I mean,
concerned, it's
there are a
not
lot
that
of wells that
expensive.
got sulfur in them
You
or
have to pay for
heavy iron,
the debt
so
service. I mean,
some have marginal wells where you don't have the volume.
You got a few, there's debt service in the town here, that could roughly say what that's gonna be all about. I mean, when I was spending $20,000 in engineering fees here, and do nothing.
And Ferris, Doug Ferris, the engineer for Rouse's Point, told me it was a state law where you pay double the price. So I went to our lawyer and our engineer and asked them. and they-
Maximum of double.
Pardon?
Maximum of double.
Yeah. Well, no, he said they had to charge double. Said that, he told me that was a state law.
It's not.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I checked on it, and they tell me that it isn't a law, that they can charge anything, any amount that they want to charge. They don't have to charge double.
I thought they couldn't charge more than double.
Yeah, but as the village made it a local law, it's a local law.
Yeah, but the local laws can be changed too.
But yes, we know that.
I mean, if they would charge you 50% of it, which would be $30, then you know you're. But they wouldn't be paying for none of the infrastructure of this thing at all, so they have no money invested in it.
Free money. It's almost free money.
That's right.
They have all the water and we need it. We're in the desert here.
I think that's why they said you couldn't charge more than double, because they don't want.
Well, we have miles of that lake on in Champlain,
I think
town of
That's my
Champlain.
memory of what,
Yeah.
you don't have to
Get all
charge
we
double,
want.
but you can't charge anymore. They can't charge you 4 or
Right.
5 times.
Of course, you have to charge something there for your
Oil,
oil
okay.
too.
For what?
If we have to take charge of this water district, then you have to get money for your work. Like we're doing with the other ones. I don't know what we're getting, I forgot. Not very much.
Anything else? Board of Assessment and Review, John Paul.
I didn't see Pat today. I went to come yesterday, she wasn't here.
She was on here for a while today.
Didn't
On
go to
vacation this week.
Didn't go to the highways yet.
It's right here, right now. Highway, Jules and Clifford. I didn't miss you.
Did you get that paper we got?
Yes, I did. I don't agree with you.
You agree with it?
No, I don't.
Well,
I'm just one person sitting here. You got the board here.
well, you want to talk about this or what? Here, I'm going to bring it up to a motion.
I'm telling you my feeling.
You already told it, no one here to get. When you come to vote, we'll listen to it.
All of it or just part of it you don't agree to?
My feeling is that I think we spent enough money on Stony Point. Stony Point to me is like a private driveway. It's not a road that town people use. I think.
Our fathers before us made it not a private road, so we don't have anything to do about that now. It's a town road.
All right. But I still feel that
You
the
know?
Sweenor Road is in bad shape. You guys are the ones at your highway department, you went out and looked at it?
Well, we went out and looked at all the roads, and we went out and looked, and the Sweenor Road didn't look that bad to me. If they're gonna do construction around there, I don't know. Can go another year, that's for sure. I make a motion that we do the roads that's on this paper this year.
I have a second.
Before I second that, I want to make a comment on this, that if the Stony Point Road is to be done, that we have to have the road for one day with no traffic on it. And if there's going to be traffic on it, we won't do it. And I
Yeah,
want that definitely.
we've got to start from the other end and work our way out and
That's
do it all
right, and
one
we don't
shot.
want, if people have to use that road that day, then we don't do it. Very simple.
There's
You
no,
cannot do these roads and have people go up and down these roads, especially there, because there's no place to turn off.
no, the trucks have to back in
And,
from 9B and work our way out.
We might have a problem here with the timing, because the timing should have been done in June, and we're in July now. And if we don't blacktop till late, well, then it's all right, but if we're blacktopping in the middle of the season, we might have to leave it out. That's,
Or we'll have to blacktop it before September, or you have
I
to
know, well,
leave it
then,
there.
if that's the case, it'll wait another year.
No, but I mean, if it's in September, you'll have to wait another
Oh.
year, because the kids will have to get to school.
Right, that's. I'm
Can't
talking
leave
about-
it closed the whole day.
Yeah, because
But wouldn't be closed.
we
the
cannot
whole day.
afford to have, be blacktopping roads there and having trucks going up and getting off the road, let a car go by.
There's no
Everything
room.
goes right.
No, but I mean,
Looking at it.
we can't stop the operation.
Right.
If you have to stop the operation, we don't want to get involved in that road at all. That's up to those people.
They're only looking at
That's up
half
to
a
them.
day to do that.
Yeah, trucks would be there at 6 o'clock in the morning and by 10,
If you
11
can't do it
o'clock.
that way, then we don't do it. We didn't have too many problems on other roads that we did that time before.
No, we have to
Actually, didn't have much
close
traffic
it.
either, but I mean.
Gamla Road, we had to close it.
And the people walked on the field and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that was longer, that's 8/10 of a mile, that one
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty near a mile.
A lot more traffic too.
Yeah.
You didn't have no problem there.
No, we've had to close it a couple times. We put the culverts in and stuff.
Yeah. So did you second that yet?
I'll second with that, with the way I said it. If we have to maintain traffic on that road, we don't do it.
We can't.
We're doing 2.5 miles this year.
3. Some on the back of the sheet.
Yeah. We're doing a mile less this year.
Get your price, what's the price at Plattsburgh? You get it down at all, or,
Got it down $1 a ton. 30.75 a ton.
so it's up $5 from last year?
$5 from last year.
We've got the Dumont Road down twice here.
Hey, you got 2 sections. I gotta put some binder on the bottom half and then come right straight through the top, over the whole road afterwards.
We got approximately half that road behind it.
Yeah.
And the other half is already in there.
You got .28 tenths, that's gravel. We're gonna put a binder on, then you got a half mile, we're top all the way through.
You did a very good job with that turnaround out there.
We wanna pave that too, we've almost gotta pave it.
And it's,
For the school bus.
It's well
Yeah.
ditched there.
Yeah.
And that's what the problem was from the beginning.
Right,
No
we had
ditch
to-
road there, the water stayed right there.
We had to dig some of the dirt out and,
Yeah, but it was.
Put some gravel
They did
in.
a very good job with it. I was down there looking at that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it's stay drained now.
yeah.
We've got a motion and a second. Hold on. Roll call, John Paul,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Leroy, Jules,
Yes.
I vote no.
Seven thirty-nine, public hearing.
Pardon? Oh, okay. Go
Adjourn the
ahead.
meeting.
Adjourn the meeting for public hearing.
Town Board of Town of Champlain will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, July 8th at 7:30 PM at the town offices located at 729 Route 9, Champlain, New York. The purpose of said public hearing will be to hear and discuss opinions on a proposal to extend local law number 3 of 2002. This local law would extend the one-year moratorium for an additional year on the acceptance of any application for the issuance of building or other permits for the establishment of any adult entertainment business and/or uses within the town of Champlain. All persons interested will be given an opportunity to speak or to offer written opinions, either for or against this proposal of a law. Copies of the local law are available for review at the town clerk's office. Meeting is open to the public. Other business will be taken up. Close the, ask anybody want to speak, nobody want to speak? So
Anybody want to speak on this?
close the meeting.
Close the meeting?
Public hearing.
Or close the public
She
hearing?
got, I know she got the beginning of it now.
Open the meeting.
Oh, sorry. Huh?
Adult entertainment.
No comment.
Any comment from the board? Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to extend it full.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? That it, Ralph, on that?
That's it.
Okay. Water and Sewer Committee, Ralph and John Paul.
We talked about the Grand Bridge one for the Route 11, and we need to hold, there's a public hearing we need to hold out for the ARC for the Route 11 and 276.
No. Oh, you gotta pass this resolution.
We need to pass that resolution. We need to, I'll make a motion, we pass the resolution for the Water and Sewer District on 11 to 76.
Do I have a second?
I'll say that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Have the supervisor sign it.
Says the resolution is subject to permissive referendum. The only two people who could do it are Parker and the bank. But we have to do this, and we have to wait so many days, and if they haven't given us a petition by that time, then we file a motion with the town clerk, or the county clerk, and the district is then formed.
That's the only thing.
Yeah. John? Is that anything on water?
No, that's it.
Landfill Committee, Jules and John Paul.
They haven't mowed up there yet, eh?
Such a,
Let me know when they go there so I can show them what has to be done up there. We'd be able to see it better after it's mowed. Very little work to do with it.
down by the fence.
Mostly it's a couple different areas, but it's very little work. But let me know when there's somebody up there and I'll point it out.
Is that it, Jules?
Yep.
Town clerks, report?
Good afternoon, at 3 o'clock, I received this petition from Bruce Sand. There are roughly 55 names on it. It's addressed to the town council of Champlain, New York. Whereas the Champlain Fire District proposes to separate the ambulance service from the fire district and form a corporation. And whereas the town board and the ambulance corporation intends to service the area without input from the residents of this area. And whereas the Rouse Point Fire Department has served the residents of the rural protection area for over 60 years in a professional and satisfactory manner, and will continue this service in the foreseeable future. And whereas we, the taxpayers and residents of the fire protection area served by the Rouse Point Fire Department, wish to contract with the Champlain Fire District, we therefore, signatories below, formally request and demand a permissive referendum to be held to decide who shall provide ambulance service to the areas presently covered by Rouse Point Fire Department and Rescue Squad. He has contacted his lawyer, and he knows that this has no legal binding on the board. It's just for your information.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, Sam?
Yeah, well, I had chips down, but we already talked about that there. 21st of July, we'll start putting those guide rails in on the Big Rapids. The guy contacted me. He'll be here for then, so next week we're gonna have to pull all the old guardrails out of there, cable, and get it ready for him to start on Monday, the 21st.
Will it be ready by then?
You gonna cut those shoulders?
Yep.
Throw them over the bank?
Yeah, we'll have to kind of fill them holes in too where we pull all those posts out.
Okay.
I think we'll just take the backhoe and pop them out, put a chain around them, pull them out. That's the only thing we can do there. That bridge in Perry's Mills, the bridge in Perry's Mills,
Yeah.
it's county bridge,
That's county?
county bridge. But the top is ours to maintain. And I told Dave that I'd like to resurface it, you know. He says, you gotta take the other tarmac off first, because if you add more tarmac, then you change the weight of the bridge. So I don't know what, we'll have to look that over again. And
Has the county got anything to take that off with?
I didn't ask him. He's gonna be coming down to look over that other culvert
Ask him
deal
if he can
there.
grind that off.
But you wouldn't think there'd be that much weight to change the weight of the bridge, eh?
They
We
put
used
that,
we used to do it on a big bridge in Ross Point.
they put the
When you touch
bridge,
it, take off the layer and then do it over again.
they put the water and sewer pipe hung on the bridge down on the Dubois Road. They had to re-engineer the whole bridge. Cost about $75,000, $80,000 to re-engineer.
Well, I'll see
Just
what
hang those
Dave has.
pipes.
He's in bad shape.
Yeah, a lot of potholes
It's
in it.
crazy.
So when he comes down, I'll have him see what he can do to help
That's
us
the
out.
county
of it.
bridge?
County bridge, but we maintain the top,
The county owns all the bridges, right? Am I right?
most of them.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't remember the length, and after a certain length, the county owns them.
Yeah, a certain width, isn't it, or,
I can't remember what it
There
is.
must have been an
Yeah.
agreement a long time ago that we maintained the top of it.
Well, find out from Dave what the status is there. We have
Okay.
no way of chipping that out of there.
no, no.
And they're ahead of their projects too, their highway projects, so they don't have time to lose.
We
Okay.
might have a chipper tank. I know Ross Point's got one for small air, for doing the small. I don't know if that'd be really practical on a bridge.
Yeah. And then some of the Russell's Point firemen were out diving, I guess. And they spotted that, they thought there was trouble with the dry hydrant at Point of Fair. We went out there today and the screen is broke off. Broke at the coupler, so we're in the process. We should have that back together tomorrow. We've got a Franco adapter to connect it back. Pretty, pretty wavy out there today.
Well, the water's warm enough now.
Yeah, but right there was a couple foot waves coming in, you know.
Like a calm day.
Yeah, breathe a little bit.
Yeah. That's about all I have.
Sam, what about, the problem out of Point of Fair, that ditch, would we decide?
We're still working on that, eh?
Well, did you find out what can be done there?
She says she's not gonna allow any ditching across her right.
Well, the person is doing a lot of work up there right now. Is that gonna create a problem?
To me it is, but I asked them to look at it, and they said he said if he gets a chance. I don't think that Ruth or George is too worried about it, but it's gonna cause a problem on the other neighbors.
Yeah, but if the neighbor's going on that right of way, then that's their problem, not the town problem.
I know it, that's what I told them, I said, it's not the town problem if it's on your right of way. And it looks like it is to me, but I didn't go down and measure, so I don't wanna get involved in that right of way business. I asked her if we could put a ditch down to the right of way, and she said no.
Well, she's gonna have water there anyway, because the neighbor's got that much land and it's all gonna go there. I mean, when you put 5 feet of fill in your property, the water's gonna go somewhere.
That's right.
That doesn't help us out on the other part of the property there either. We can't go those right of ways, which is all right, I mean, I'm nothing against that part of it. But,
The only way that she would do it, and you said that wouldn't be feasible, is culvert. Put a culvert in, all the way to the lake.
It's 200 feet.
She
You'd
says that's a right of way.
never have the right size culvert in there.
Oh, no, I'm not arguing that, I don't know. And she said because them right of ways are for people to go down there that never buy the land or put a boat in or anything else. If you put a ditch in, then they can't do this, so that's the way they were always set up.
There's no provisions for that road to do any ditching. Anybody that buys lots on the opposite side of the road, if they have to drain their property down there, they're gonna have a problem, and there's a lot of wetlands
We've got a
there.
problem already.
I mean, you can't send the water anywheres,
I agree with you.
so.
But when they had the land across the road, they should have made provisions to take care of this. You did.
That's a 40-foot road bed, which is a narrow road to start with.
And the town accepted that road as 40 feet wide to
Yeah,
start
that's only a
with,
40-foot
so,
road, it's not a
in
big.
fact, we're on the other person's property when he dug that ditch, you know.
Yeah, she told me about that. She says, you're digging on my property, digging your ditch. I says, I think we thought it was 50 foot. She says, no, it's 40 foot.
That's not
Which is
enough.
still pretty good, she knows.
You know, it's 40 foot on the map, so. Well, how are we gonna take care of this problem we got with this gentleman there now?
Yeah.
First of all, I think we shouldn't have put the culvert across the road to start with.
Pat came in the other day and she had fell in that ditch. Her knee is about that big around.
For what?
She slipped on that, she
Oh.
tripped on that ditch.
Should we put a culvert there then?
I don't know, it's very dangerous.
That little ditch you're talking about? That should be filled back in.
I know, if I was living
It
there, I'd
ain't
fill the
gonna
ditch
do
up.
anything.
But what-
That little ditch is not gonna drain any water.
What are the people gonna do? Water comes out of the culvert there.
Take the culvert out.
There's always been one there.
Huh?
There's always been a culvert there.
Well, why did we put a new one in?
We just moved it, that's all, instead of replacing that cement one that's cracked.
I know, but if we
Yeah,
had
but
to,
you're
if
lower
we had to
than,
replace it, we wouldn't have the problem.
That new one you put in is lower than the cement one ever was.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, if you're gonna put them in, you gotta put them low enough so the frost don't pick them up.
Yeah, but it's creating a problem though.
Yeah, you get the ditch deeper and deeper.
If people don't want the water in their land, I don't blame them.
I don't know where to go with the water.
Culvert out and stand inside the road.
Let them drink it. It says water. I don't know, it's a problem.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you do respect that people bring their land up and everything and they put the water in somebody else, that's not right either.
But what are we gonna do if people start building on the other side of that road?
Well, when they're gonna have to get this engineered out, they start selling more lots up there, they're gonna go to the subdivision, and then the subdivision plant, the engineer will take care of all that.
Is that 40?
Right?
Theoretically, yes.
So what's the problem?
The whole road from 9B all the way around is 40 feet?
No, it's not 40 feet through a swamp.
No.
Just the
It's
old
wider
road-
through there.
The old road along the point.
The
The
road
Point Road.
from 9B to Rochester's Point is a different measurement. What, a 40 foot is from Rochester's Point to
Is that where-
Scales.
Is that where John Zerlo is you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Right, from that
Zero
corner
down is
on,
40
it's 40 feet.
How about the other stretch coming back up
I don't know that one.
after you make the curve down
I
by
don't know,
Scales?
Ralph would have to look at the map then. That
That's
used to
right
be
near the
private and
sales
it was given
house.
to the town as a road. And I don't know what that is.
But if she starts selling it lots, then she's gonna go to a subdivision anyway.
That's coming.
He's selling it.
People wanna buy there, well, it's not been lotted out anyway, has it? It's not lotted out. It doesn't have to be now. So whoever else it out will take care of the water.
But we still got this one problem.
Huh?
But we still have this one
We
problem.
still have the problem, we're narrowing it down now.
Yeah, okay.
But we still don't know what to do with it, one problem.
Ask Pat, she'll tell you what to do with it.
I know.
Did you ever have a county engineer look at it? Are you gonna have him up here anytime soon?
Yeah, he's supposed to get back to me there.
What should we look at?
What can we look at? We only got 40
Nothing to look
feet.
at, really.
Well, what can we do then?
Does the town wanna put a line in there, and then who's gonna take care of the line?
I don't know, but we created a problem on two people's land that we should take care of.
Right, I agree with you there. Just to say, if it was mine, I'd fill it up.
Pull the culvert?
Then where's the water gonna go?
It won't be the people across roads, it won't be the people on Lakeside's problem.
Well, why won't it?
Somebody else's problem.
There's a cement culvert there anyway. There's still a cement culvert there.
You got two culverts.
Well, in other words, that culvert was put in the wrong place to start with, right? way back, whenever it was done.
I mean, that's still not helping the
They
land.
had no problems there before till people started putting more dirt on their land.
Okay, it's still not helping the people that's having the problem.
No, I know that, that's what I'm saying, we're narrowing it down to them, but now what do you want to handle it?
I don't know, so I asked you. You said it's easy. Well,
Take the culvert out,
then tell Sam to do it. There's no problem with that.
take the culvert out, and then where's the water gonna go? It's gonna stay in their land, right? It's just deep.
I got no
there,
problem.
whatever.
But I don't think it's right sending it down.
But I mean, do you
People's
wanna, do you wanna go through the, procedure of putting a pipe down that, between the two of those properties?
Is that the best thing to do? I don't know what to do.
I mean, if there's a pipe there, it should be through an easement. Not between two people. He said that they won't put one through the easement, or she'll put a pipe in the
You can
easement.
put a pipe to the easement, but you're not gonna put a ditch to the easement, because she wants it flat, so.
How about putting the ditch and putting a bridge over the top, so they can walk on the top?
A boardwalk?
The boat
Sure.
walk. You gotta make it wide enough for a boat trailer.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you,
strong enough to
that
car.
easement is probably what, 100 feet away? That easement on the south side of the property, probably 100 feet away from that ditch that we're going in now.
South side would be.
It's gotta be about
Down by the
100.
hedgerow, by the plants. The plants.
Yeah, Cedar Hedge is in the,
The Cedar
you
Hedge.
said was.
No, I'm talking
in
about
the-
going,
Just
the other
going
way.
side
north,
of the,
going north.
oh, going north. That one's between,
Between Conley and Joe East?
Joe Heat. Yeah, there's a right of way right there.
There's gonna be a water problem there to start with.
Yeah, 'cause Joe Heat is high.
That's creating a problem right there.
And I think part of his fill is on the right
If
of
we
way.
take out a problem, let's go to one area and
Right.
bring it all to one area, so that we do.
But that starts up right there, doesn't it? But
I don't know. That'd have
The
to
road,
be,
you mean the road
The
itself
road, yeah.
starts going up.
that'd have to be engineered out if it could be done that way.
Because I don't think his property's not much higher than the road. Joe Heath, you walk right off the road, right off to his property. It's level.
He was in a hole.
Used to be a lot lower there,
Yeah, but he's road level.
and now he is.
I think what you suggested is get the county engineer down there and look at it, and let him suggest the best way to go and what the best way to do it.
Won't hurt to have him look at it and see what he thinks.
Give us his suggestions, or a culvert, or what. I mean, have to put cleanouts every so often, or what, I don't know.
Plug the culverts up, I don't know, see what he says.
Well, if he says to put a pipe down the property line, then we have to decide if we want to put the money into that.
Right, that's right, oh yeah.
Yeah. We created the problem.
And putting a pipe there, you have to put a manhole there in the road. You just can't hook a pipe on there without a manhole.
Right.
I don't know, I figure these people are gonna come back to us.
Or they definitely, they were here a month ago and they gotta have an answer.
And if somebody gets hurt, then how much is it gonna cost us for the, whoever does care?
What size pipe are you gonna put in there?
Maybe the,
Dave, take a look at that, see what size pipe you want to put in there.
maybe the pipe would be cheap if we got a big lawsuit. I just like to have somebody look at it and come up with something.
Yeah, but we changed nothing on our property.
No, I realize you didn't do this, Sam.
Right.
It was done years ago.
Right.
But we still made the problem. So we should correct it. That's the way I feel. I don't know the way the rest of the board feels.
I mean, that ditch has been there since Lord knows when.
Oh yeah, that was done,
Yeah, but they've created more of a problem because of building on those lots.
Right.
That's what's happened.
Yeah,
You're talking that hand dug ditch?
yeah.
I thought that was dug, or made, like 15 years ago or something.
yeah.
They said 67, long before my time.
Yeah, I realize that, but
I mean, the ditch is only
it's only a shovel.
Shovel width.
wide.
8 inches wide, 8 inches
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah,
It's creating all these problems.
But I thought they said there was no right of way down through there.
There isn't.
Not where that.
That's on private property.
Yeah.
That's why they're hollering about it. Well,
We went ahead and dug on private property where we shouldn't have.
15 years ago, or, I mean, almost
Yeah, but on the
years.
opposite side of the road, right?
No. That ditch that goes down through there is what we dug.
The town did that 15 years ago. Dug
That
that
little
in
ditch like this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right in the middle of the lot.
30
So-
years ago.
30 years ago,
So
30 years ago.
we created the problem, we should fix it. It's not
I'll
up
fill
to
it back up.
I don't care, do what you've gotta do.
We dug it,
So where's your water gonna go?
on top of the grass. Where else do you think it's gonna go? The buildings are that high off the ground.
You're gonna take the water from the neighbor across the road and give it to the ones on the other side of the road after they fill the ditch up?
Well, that,
You got
I'm
a war
sure,
down there.
I'm sure that culvert was across the road way before 15 years ago, 30 years ago.
There's a cement one in there.
Yeah.
I think that goes across where that right of way that she owns is.
Nope,
It doesn't go up that far.
no, it's up at the Cedar Hedge. Further
Well,
down.
if that guy was so concerned about the water, then why didn't he put the pipe down along on his line? He owns land on the side of the lake,
Who does?
the guy across the road. He's got a piece on the other side of the road where that camp is.
Yeah,
You got 35 feet, why didn't he put something in on his land instead of putting it on somebody else's? All we did is send the water to somebody else, what he
His
did.
problem solved.
He's taking care of himself, of course he is.
Let us know, Sam, let us.
Yeah, okay, I'll get Dave down there and
Can't get no water up Route 11, but boy, we got a lot of water in there.
Okay, I guess, does anybody else have anything else? Celine, do you have anything for us?
Not very much this evening, but our county auction worked out very well. We made over $200,000 that we cleared what was owed us in taxes and the sale of property, so we did all right. Although a couple pieces didn't sell, as you know. But we'll be back at the drawing board. There'll be 2 sales tax exemption weeks for clothing and footwear. One will be just before school starts, August 26th to September 1st. And the other one will be January 26th to February 1st. So on clothing and footwear. Did you get a letter, maybe you discussed it before I got here, about the all hazards meeting, Friends of the North Country? Okay, so you're all set with that. That was at the Rouse's Point meeting last night, and they asked me about it. I don't know. So today I had to find out.
We're not having it together.
You're not having the town and the village together?
Village of Champlain with the town. But she didn't want to have Ross's Point in with us.
No, theirs is a separate day. Rouse's Point is July 18th. The town and village Champlain is the 15th. Yeah. Okay. Sales tax is holding its own. We're a little down this last reporting. No one's concerned about it because they say June's a very good month for sales tax receipts, so we'll wait and see what happens. But, it's a little below projection. The other thing was, I got a report, the corner of where Paris Mills Road meets North Star Road, about tremendous traffic and people not stopping there with the stop sign, and I guess it's pretty bad there.
Which one, Paris Mills and what?
Paris Mills and North Star,
Okay, why?
people go right straight through. So I reported it, and it's gone to the Traffic Safety Board. There are troopers who sit on that board, so there'll probably be more supervision there. That's been a complaint. If you hear anything, let me know. Have you heard any complaints? Pardon?
That's the only corner that's made like that, because most of the roads now, they have to come out.
Yeah.
You know, that is a bad corner right there.
Is that away with those wide roads a long time?
Yeah. I don't know how come that one's left. That's about the only one left.
It's that one, the one on the Leggett Road by where Dickie Castine's farm was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they don't stop. They go right straight through. Has anyone heard any complaints with the boat patrol?
No.
Those really-
Such as?
Well, that they're arresting too many people and that they're kind of a little crazy.
You're right.
Constant
They're
harassment.
getting harassed.
Okay. I just heard that in Morris too.
Get checked 3 times in one day.
Okay.
And I don't know why they have to have so many boats out there, because there's more government boats than there are people.
That's embarrassing. Okay.
I know.
What are they going to do about the border? All the golfers are complaining. It's taking them 2 hours to get across the border right now, right on a Wednesday.
At 15?
All the
All of
borders,
them?
the whole 3 borders.
Yeah.
9B, 276. And people are 2 hours at the border getting across right now.
Mm.
You know, and the money's down when they're coming over spending money, you know, it's
Yeah.
about 75 cents right now. And
This is.
they're starting to spend money and they can't get
A
across.
lot of people, I know I've talked to quite a few Canadians,
It's on the
they're
Canadian
not
side.
gonna bother coming
No,
over
the
anymore.
Canadian
Yeah.
side is coming this way.
It's coming
Well,
to the
my
United States.
daughter-in-law went to get strawberries up there, and she was on the Canadian side, they were lined up. That
Going
was,
in.
You can't go pick strawberries on Saturday.
276.
I mean, nothing else, just really sit in the line for 2 hours.
Yeah. I don't know why they're checking so much. It's, gee.
You got a lot more people, a lot more inspectors. I came down from,
Yeah, where?
I came down from Canada the other day, and they had 3 up at the border by the railroad track. And when I got down to the office, they had 4 people down there, but there was only 1 checking cars.
Yeah, that's a
I
problem.
was standing there, I don't know, probably looking for something, but
Well, I had a good time the other night. I left the parade. I had no place to turn around, so I went to Canada and went around with it.
You got through all right?
And some of them Jeep coming
You're
with all
lucky.
these flags, you know. And I came back in the United States and they're like, what was this? Oh, we had a good time. Anyway, well, that's about all I have for tonight, so.
What about the airport?
We're about to approve the terminal design. It's a little bit of military history design. They had an Adirondack design at first, and we thought it looked too much like a rest stop on the Northway, so told them to go back to the drawing board. But I think it'll be nice.
Who's designing it?
Their airport, the people who worked with airports, CNS engineers, I think they're out of Glens Falls. They've done a lot of airport work for us. Right now, we're putting, have a capital project, to put the runway lights up on the flight line. It's moving.
Yep. What about airlines? Are there any airlines interested?
And Commute Air is moving its hub out of Blacksburg.
They're moving out?
Moving to Albany. They're still providing service for now, but we're waiting to see if they're gonna get the grant. I don't know. So,
Airline, JetBlue or something.
yeah, but none of them wanna come in and lose money. Anyway.
Anyone else? Post audit bills?
Make a motion to pay post audit bills.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
And monthly bills?
Second.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Is there any other motions?
Did we have any, do we have to do anything about that Route 11 project there? See, you got the stuff back.
We made that
We agreed to
last-
that last meeting.
Yeah, we did that, agreed to it last meeting, and we thought that at first that we had to hold a public hearing, but then we called up, found out we didn't need to hold a
Don't have
public
to,
hearing, we
just
just had to have
advertise.
the resolution
And that's taken care of. I didn't want to have it.
in last month's meeting.
Anything else? Anybody want to make a motion to adjourn, or?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I have a second. Second. All in favor?
Aye.